You are not going to believe what happened to me at Tokyo Disneyland. Check it out on this episode of Turnstile. Westernland, you can see the train, which actually only goes through and around Westernland and Critter Country. They don't have a Frontierland here, because their Frontier would have looked very, very different than ours. So this is all called, you can see over there, Westernland. There's Big Thunder Mountain, which has a very, very impressive queue here. I'll pull up here. And like I said, there's the train circling around. It's much more of a ride than it is a means of transportation. Look at these guys move on this canoe up here. They're pumping. This is what you want to do on your vacation, right? Well, good exercise. There is as many employees on that canoe as there are actual guests. So deep in the heart of Westernland sits Camp Woodchuck Kitchen. It's a great place to eat with inside and outdoor areas to enjoy your meal, your lunch, and a great view. Check this out of Tom Sawyer's Island behind me. I also noticed some of the boats. You can watch boats going by, the Mark Twain. Very, very beautiful, beautiful view, and some delicious food too. Let's go check it out. Marcy's pretty excited because they have lots of options for her at Tokyo Disneyland Park. What is this dish that you got?
This is a mixed greens, and you got quinoa, you got some beans, broccoli, tomatoes, all good things.
And I picked up the beef onigiri, and it's shaped like Mickey Mouse. It's almost like a sandwich, but instead of roll, you have rice. And they cut it into the shape of Mickey, which I'm super excited about, and we're about to take a bite of this. This is very fun and very flavorful. The rice is by no means very plain rice. It's got some flavor. There's some meat on the inside. Not a ton. It's mostly rice, but fortunately, I like rice. Just up ahead, we'll be visiting the Country Bear Theater. And for those of you who are still upset about the changes made at Disney World, well, don't be too thrilled because they actually have changing shows here. This is not the original show. This is going to be Vacation Hoedown today, which is absolutely one of my favorites. But I actually really enjoy the fact that this attraction has changed and evolved and kind of circles back around to previous shows. It's one of my favorite parts about the Country Bear, so let's go check this out. The Country Bear Vacation Jamboree, as it's called in Japan, is a sun-soaked remix of the original show with Hawaiian shirts, beach vibes, and that wonderful vacation energy that I'm all about. It's a seasonal overlay transforming Grizzly Hall into a musical road trip where the bears swap out some of the frontier style for surfboards and sunscreen. It's a celebration of road trips, beaches, and classic summer pastimes. Tokyo Disneyland leaned into that summer aesthetic. Familiar characters return, but their personalities are freshened up with a few new song choices. But don't worry, it's still the same Country Bears at heart. The result is a joyful cultural remix that feels both comfortably familiar, but also uniquely Japanese. One of the most notable changes exclusive to Tokyo Disney comes from Trixie, who performs a Japanese cover of Achy Breaky Heart. The contemporary country pop is so recognizable that you don't even need to speak Japanese to get nostalgic. Next up, the Sunbonnets singing Marcy's favorite number, California Bears.
I mean, absolutely. Who doesn't love the Beach Boys? Thankfully, it's the same track from the original Vacation Hoedown, complete with English lyrics. It's the catchiest tune in the entire show. And once it gets stuck in your head, it's not leaving anytime soon. Plus, the Sunbonnets are just adorable in their beach attire.
I totally agree. But I'm also a huge fan of Teddy Barra's rendition of Swinging in the Rain. Her playful delivery and exaggerated flair make the number feel theatrical and charming. Teddy's performance feels like a wink to classic cinema fans. Plus, that moment when she gets lowered from the ceiling always gets a bunch of oohs and ahs.
The sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love.
探しているけど見つからない
Of course, Big Al brings things back around with a Tokyo exclusive twist, singing I've Been Working on the Railroad. This change was made specifically for Japanese audiences, turning a familiar folk tune into something fresh and unexpected. Hearing Big Al belt it out in Japanese actually makes it even more special, at least in my opinion.
やっぱり海に行けばよかった
Finally, the show builds to the grand finale as all the bears return on stage for one big celebratory performance. The energy ramps up as familiar melodies blend together in a joyful send-off. Every character gets their moment, reinforcing the ensemble spirit that defines the Country Bears. It feels a lot like the end of a perfect summer day, loud, cheerful, and just a little bit of chaos. After visiting Tokyo Disneyland, I'm proud to admit I've experienced yet another version of this incredible show, and I love every single version I've been on. But it does make me curious, so here's a question for our viewers. Are you a fan of Country Bear Jamboree, and which version of the show is your favorite? Please sound off in the comments section below. Now, we need to take a short walk in order to experience the last remaining Splash Mountain attraction in the world. Critter Country at Tokyo Disneyland is a cozy corner of the park where woodland charm and classic Americana kind of come together. It's home to all kinds of playful critters and feels like you just wandered straight into a classic American fable. All right, so anyone who's been subscribed to our YouTube channel knows I've spent a good amount of time documenting the history of Song of the South and Splash Mountain and beyond, Tiana's Bayou Adventure and the whole shebangy. So I was pretty excited when I got to Tokyo Disneyland because Splash Mountain still exists here. And I thought, what a way to end this whole journey for me, but to go and check it out and see what it's like here at Tokyo Disneyland. Well, the best, most hilarious end to the story, we got in line and the ladies at the attraction, some of the employees, some of the cast members stopped us and said, hold on. You know, I'm 6'6", my brother is, Daryl, what height are you? He's 6'3". And they said, hold on. We need you to try sitting in the vehicle. So I thought, you know, they're going to have one of those vehicles outside the attraction where we could sit and try it out. No, they brought us all the way to the exit of the line and had us try to sit in there. And guess who didn't fit on Splash Mountain? That's right, 6'6", did not fit on Splash Mountain. So, you know, what a fitting end to this journey for me that I get to visit Splash Mountain here in Tokyo Disneyland, the only remaining remnants of this attraction. And I can't even enjoy the attraction because I don't fit. I think that's a fun ending to the story. So if you want to learn more about Song of the South, if you want to learn more about Splash Mountain, I'll put a link in the description so you can learn more about why this attraction no longer exists in the States. By the way, guys, when I say I don't fit, I mean it wasn't even close. They were having me try to contort my body to fit on Splash Mountain. It was never going to happen. They really wanted it to happen, but it was never going to happen. One thing that doesn't have a height restriction is Grandma Sarah's. So this is actually a restaurant based on Splash Mountain. And I'm not hungry at all, but they do have some delicious looking snacks. I just want to take a walk around and see what the place looks like. Wow. All of the walls are adorned with different characters. It's got a great Splash Mountain feel to it. Right here in the heart of Critter Country. Thank you so much for joining us today on our adventure into Westernland and Critter Country at Tokyo Disneyland. It was so much fun, and I'm only sorry that I didn't get to experience the Splash Mountain attraction, but I still think it was a fun way to end my whole adventure with this particular ride. Now, if you're going to Tokyo, if you're going to Japan, even if you're tall like myself, I definitely would consider visiting the Tokyo Disneyland Resort. Oh, and we have lots of videos documenting our time in this beautiful, beautiful country. So make sure you subscribe to Retro Spectrum. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. Thanks so much for watching.